Every time I go to New York City, I make sure to do two things. One, eat my body weight in authentic New York-style Sbarro's pizza, and two, look at the Empire State Building to make sure it's not being scaled by some gigantic ape. Now, I do this because A, I love pizza, and B, because the image of King Kong scaling that sprawling skyscraper is one of the most indelible in all of cinema history. And now a brand new chapter is about to unfold in the legacy of America's favorite primate in Kong Skull Island. In honor of the film, which hits theaters on March 10th, we're going bananas with a heaping helping of King Kong facts that you need to know. Actress Fay Wray thought she'd have a very different co-star. The platinum blonde star and object of the great ape's affection in the 1933 King Kong was Scream Queen Fay Wray, who didn't quite realize what she was getting herself into when Marion C. Cooper approached her about the film. Mr. Cooper said to me that he had an idea for a film in mind, she said in an interview. The only thing he would tell me was I was going to have the tallest, darkest leading man in Hollywood. Naturally, I thought of Clark Gable. Now, you might think she was wrong to think that, but it's a little-known Hollywood fact that Clark Gable was also 50 feet tall, so she wasn't that far off. Now don't you feel stupid. There's a legendary missing scene. No, not in Kong Skull Island, but in the 1933 original. When the crew of the SS Venture chased Kong and his new crush Anne across Skull Island, things don't go well for them to say the least. By which I mean they get attacked by dinosaurs, and then Kong shakes them off a log so they fall into a chasm to their deaths. But things were almost even worse. A scene was shot where a bunch of gigantic spiders crawled out of a cave and feasted on wounded sailors like a deeply disturbing all-you-can-eat buffet. While that scene may be lost to the annals of film history, Kong Skull Island apparently has murderous 23-foot-tall spiders galore, which is just great if you're Kyle Hill or also into gigantic spiders that want to turn you into a silk-spun human corn on the cob. King Kong has really grown up over the years. And no, I don't mean in terms of mature content or the gigantic ape getting a Roth IRA. Rather, I mean he's physically grown. In the 1933 original, Kong was 50 feet tall with a 6.5-foot wide face and 10-inch teeth. It took 30 bearskins to make the original creature and required 6 men inside the puppet, operating 85 motors in order to make it move. Stop motion models were used for the fight scenes because no matter how technically impressive the puppet was, it was still 1933 and the technology wasn't quite there yet. In Kong Skull Island, however, we have the largest Kong in Hollywood history. This beastly behemoth stands 104 feet tall, weighs a staggering 158 tons or 316,000 pounds if you're nasty, and has teeth that are 4.5 feet long. And oddly enough, my teeth were that long until I got braces in middle school. So I guess that's really the only difference between me and Kong: modern orthodontics. King Kong's diet is straight up horrifying. Now, the average male gorilla eats roughly 50 pounds of food per day. That's 1/8 its body weight. To put things into perspective, Kong Skull Island's monkey monarch would consume 39,500 pounds of food per day, which equates to roughly 4.98 million calories per day. Now, after consulting with my science advisor, Kyle Hill, I've determined this equates to approximately 26,229 Doritos Locos Tacos, 8,851 Big Macs, or glurping 83,058 tubes of Go-Gurt every day. And oddly enough, that's the exact same diet as both Michael Phelps and Jessica Chobot. Looks like we really did evolve from apes. He almost fought Frankensteins Monster. Shut up. Back in the 1960s, animator and King Kong co-creator Willis O'Brien came up with a script as a long-planned sequel to his 1933 original. It was gonna pit King Kong against none other than, you guessed it, Frankensteins Monster! Why, though? He sold the concept to Toho Studios in Japan, who then convinced O'Brien to ditch the colossal corpse man and swap in Godzilla instead. And the result was 1962's Godzilla vs. King Kong, which went on to be one of the studio's most successful kaiju films ever. It's also something we're gonna see in the new legendary MonsterVerse around 2020. Now, after the success of King Kong vs. Godzilla, Toho Studios wanted to pit their not-so-jolly green giant against another massive monkey, namely Mechanicong. Now, according to director Koichi Kawakita, Godzilla vs. Mechanicong was going to feature a battle where Mechanicong used injectors against Godzilla to send people inside the colossal kaiju's body to battle Godzilla from within, while Mechanicong pummeled the outside. What? This is the most demented version of the Magic School Bus I've ever heard of, and now I am furious that it doesn't exist. And those are just a few of the weird forgotten facts about King Kong you need to know. But tell me, which is your favorite? What would you add to this list? Let me know in the comments below and give me a Kong-sized thumbs up while you're there. Be sure to like and subscribe or else you might miss next week's show when we talk about the story of a young boy that accidentally frees a genie played by Shaquille O'Neal and uses his 3 wishes to become the deadliest marksman in US history and Kazam American Sniper. Until next time, keep on digging. Special thanks to Kong Skull Island for sponsoring today's episode. You can experience the mystery and danger of the primordial island Kong calls home when Kong Skull Island hits theaters on March 10th, 2017. Let's open up the old mailbag, shall we? At Lost the Numbers asks, which obscure DC character do you most want to see in Injustice 2? Well, it's quite simple, Lee. The answer is Matter Eater Lad from the Legion of Superheroes. This guy can eat anything. Ham hocks, chain link fences, ray guns, literally anything. I think it'd be a lot of fun and very silly. And if he doesn't work out, why not Clayface? Using different power sets, it'd be really cool. But tell me, what obscure DC character do you most want to see in Injustice 2? Let me know in the comments below and I'll see you guys next time.